It was soothing. I feel very relaxed.
I still feel like lost in those melody-dipped music notes.
Well, come back. Now let's have a change and move into the theatre of life. We now move into the Shakespearean period. We'll find the characters from the Globe Theatre of London come alive.
And I'm here to share a classic English story with all of you, The Merchant of Venice. The story goes like this. A young Venetian, Bassanio, needs a loan of 3,000 ducats so that he can woo Portia, a wealthy Venetian heiress. He approaches his friend Antonio, a merchant. Antonio is short of money because all his wealth is invested in his fleet, which is at sea. He goes to a Jewish moneylender, Shylock, who hates Antonio because Antonio's anti-Semitic behavior towards him. Shylock, nevertheless, agrees to make the short-term loan, but in a moment of dark humor, he makes a condition. The loan must be repaid in 3 months, or Shylock will exact a pound of flesh from Antonio. Antonio agrees to this, and he's confident that his ships will return in time. Meanwhile, 2 of Antonio's ships have been wrecked, and Antonio's creditors pressurize him for repayment. Bassanio, his friend, comes to learn about this, and he hurries back to Venice. Portia follows him, accompanied by her maid Nerissa. They are disguised as male lawyer and his clerk. When Bassanio arrives, the date for the repayment of Shylock has passed. Shylock demands his pound of flesh from Antonio. Even when Bassanio offers much more than the amount in repayment, Shylock intends to seek revenge. So in the play, Shylock appears villainous and cruel. Shylock is completely blinded by his own desire for his revenge, and he continues to demand the pound of flesh. Given the authority of judgment by the Duke, Portia gives a decision. Shylock gets his revenge or not. So let's now watch the scene, the tragic comedy, The Merchant of Venice, by the English poet and playwright, and recognized throughout the world, and a huge hit with the dramatists by William Shakespeare.
Is Antonio here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
I feel sorry for you. You have come to face a ruthless enemy who is without any feelings of mercy.
I have heard you have done everything you can to talk him out of what he's doing, but he has rejected all appeals to be merciful. I'm ready to face everything.
One of you, go and call the Jew into the court.
He's standing outside the door. Here he comes, my lord.
Shylock, everyone thinks, and I agree, that you're just pretending to be cruel. We believe that you will show mercy and compassion, which will be more unexpected than your present cruelty. And even though you're here to collect the penalty, a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, yet you'll remit the penalty. Not only this, but influenced by the human tenderness and love, you will not demand a part of the principal sum of 3,000 ducats. What do you say? We all expect a nice answer from you.
I've told you what I intend to do. I've sworn by the Holy Sabbath to seek the penalty that is due according to our contract. If you deny me justice, you must be prepared to incur the danger of losing the charter and freedom of the city. You are going to ask me why? Why I would rather have a pound of decaying flesh rather than 3,000 ducats? I won't answer that. But let's just say, because I feel like it. Is that enough of an answer?
That's no answer, you heartless man. It doesn't excuse your cruel behavior.
I don't have to give you answers that you like.
do not bother arguing with the Jew. I request you to stop reasoning with him, for he is as hard as a rock. Just let me have my punishment and let the Jew take his penalty.
Instead of your 3,000 ducats, here are 6,000.
If you offered me 6 times that, I wouldn't accept it. I would choose to take my penalty.
How can you ever hope mercy for yourself if you're so cruel?
Mercy? For what? I seek no mercy, for I have not done anything wrong. All I want is a pound of flesh. It's mine, and I'm going to get it. I await justice, so answer me. Will I get it?
I have the authority to dismiss this court unless Valerio comes today. He's a legal expert I sent for to act as a judge and to settle this matter.
My lord, a messenger is waiting outside with a letter from Bellario. He's just come from Padua.
Bring him in!
Cheer up, Antonio. Keep up your courage. I'll give the Jew my flesh, blood, bones and everything before you lose 1 drop of blood for me.
No, dear friend, do not sacrifice yourself for me. I am destined to die.
Have you come from Valerio's office in Padua?
Yes, my lord. Bellario sends his greetings.
Why are you sharpening your knife so eagerly?
To cut the pound of flesh from the bankrupt man over there.
You are sharpening that knife not on your soul, but on your soul. You cruel Jew. You are so hard-hearted and full of hatred. Can't any prayers reach your heart?
No, none that you're smart enough to make.
This letter from Valerio introduces us to a young and well-educated legal expert. Where is he?
He's waiting nearby to find out if you'll invite him in.
With all my heart, 3 or 4 of you go welcome him. In the meantime, I will read Valerio's letter aloud.
I've received your letter, but I'm very sick at the moment. As it happened, when your messenger came, a young lawyer from Rome was visiting me. His name is Belshazzar. I told him about the case of the Jew and Antonio the merchant, and we consulted many books together. He knows my legal opinions about this matter, and he has his own expert opinions as well. I'm sending him in my place to answer your request for someone to act as judge in this matter. Please do not underestimate him because he is so young. You will see how wonderful he really is.
And this is the legal professor. I take it. Let me shake your hand. Did old Valerio send you here?
Yes, my lord.
Welcome. Please have a seat. Are you familiar with the case currently before the court?
Yes, my lord. Yes, thoroughly. Which one is a merchant and which one is a Jew?
Antonio and Shylock. Both of you, come forward.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Your case is most unusual. He has a claim on you, correct?
Yes, so he says.
Do you acknowledge the contract?
Yes, I do.
Shylock, show mercy on this poor merchant.
Why? Why do I have to do that? Tell me.
No one shows mercy because he has to. It just happens the way gentle raindrops on the ground. Mercy is a double blessing. It blesses the one who gives it and the one who receives it. So, although justice is your plea, Jew, consider this. We pray for mercy, and the same prayer teaches us to show mercy to others as well. I've told you this to make you give up this case if you pursue it. The strict court of Venice will need to carry out the sentence against the merchant there.
I take all the responsibility for my decisions. I want the law, the penalty, and the fulfillment of my contract.
Can't he pay back the money?
Yes. I offer to pay it back right now, even twice the sum. If that's not enough, I'll sign a contract to pay 10 times that much. And I'll give you my hands, my head, and my heart as security. I beg you, just this once, use your authority to bend the law.
That can't happen. There's no power in Venice that can change and establish decree.
Oh, wise young judge, I honor you.
Shylock, they're offering you 3 times the money you lent. Please, have mercy. Tell me to tear up the contract.
I'll tear it up when it's paid. You seem to be a good judge. You know the law. No one can change my mind. I stick to the contract. I beg the court to deliver the verdict.
Well, then here it is. You must prepare yourself for his knife.
Oh, good judge. Oh, you excellent young man.
The law fully authorizes a penalty which you have to pay according to the contract. So bare your chest.
Yes, his chest. That's what the contract says, doesn't it, judge? Nearest his heart. Those are the very words.
Yes. Is there a scale here to weigh the flesh?
I'm ready.
Listen, Shylock. Arrange for a surgeon to stand by and bind his wounds so he doesn't bleed to death.
Is that in the contract? I do not think that it's in the contract.
You merchant, do you have anything to say?
Not much. I'm ready and waiting. Give me your hand, Bassanio.
Goodbye. We are wasting time. Please deliver the sentence.
A pound of this merchant's flesh is yours. The court awards it and the law authorizes it.
What a righteous judge. Come on, get ready.
Stop! Wait a moment. There's something else. This contract doesn't give you any blood at all. The words specify a pound of flesh. So take your penalty of a pound of flesh, but without spilling 1 drop of blood. The state of Venice will confiscate your land and property under Venetian law if you fail.
Oh, what a smart judge.
Is that the law?
You can see for yourself. You asked for justice, so rest assured you'll get more justice than you bargained for.
Oh, what a smart judge.
In that case, I'll take the offer. Pay me 3 times the amount of the law and let me go.
Here is the money.
Wait, the Jew will have justice. Wait, don't rush. He's not getting anything except the penalty.
Oh, Jew, what an upright judge this is. What a wise judge.
Get ready to cut off the flesh. Don't shed any blood or cut less or more than exactly a pound of flesh. If you take more or less than exactly a pound, even if it is just the tiniest fraction of an ounce, if the scale changes by even so much as a hair, you die and all your property will be confiscated. Why delay? Take your penalty.
Give me my money and let me go.
I have it ready for you. Here it is.
No, he refused it in the open court. He will have only justice and his penalty.
What? I won't even get the original 3,000 ducats back.
You can't, but the penalty.
Well then, I'm not staying here to argue anymore.
Wait a minute. The law has another hold on you. The law of Venice states that if a foreign resident directly or indirectly attempts to kill any citizen, the person he tried to kill will receive 1/2 of the foreigner's goods. The other half goes to the state. Whether the offending person lives or dies is up to the Duke. There's no one else to appeal to. So get on your knees and beg mercy from the Duke.
Beg!
I pardon you even before you ask for a pardon. Half of your wealth goes to Antonio, the other half goes to the state. If you show some proper humility, I may reduce this penalty to a fine.
Go ahead and take my life!
What mercy can you show him, Antonio?
Shylock must make a will here in this court that leaves all his property to his son-in-law Lorenzo and his daughter when he dies.
He must do this, or I will recant the pardon that I just delivered.
Are you satisfied, Jew? What do you say?
I am satisfied.
Clerk, drop a document to make his gift official.
Please let me go. I am not well. Send the deed off to me and I'll sign it.
You can go, but sign the deed. Sir, please come to the palace with me for dinner.
I'm very sorry, sir. I have to go to Padua tonight. I should really leave right away.
I'm sorry you don't have time. Antonio, give this gentleman a reward. In my opinion, you owe him a lot.
Sir, thanks to you, my friend, and I have been freed from paying some awful penalties today. Instead of giving the Jew the 3,000 ducats he has owed, we give it to you in gratitude for your kind efforts.
Being satisfied with a job well done is payment enough. In saving you, I consider myself well paid. My thoughts were never on money. I wish you well. I hope you'll recognize me when we meet again. Now I've got to go.
Early in the morning, we'll both rush to Belmont. Come on, Antonio.
That was really dramatized very well. Thanks to our directors, Nirmala ma'am and Madhu Praveen sir. I now introduce Pavan as Shylock, Pranav Advait as Antonio, Jason as Bassanio, Trishna as Portia, Aryan as the Duke, Harika as Nerissa, Bharat as Celerio, and Sushan as Gratiano. Thank you, children.